Valentine's Day may seem daunting when you're single. However, as someone who proclaims a deep love for all things love, I feel compelled to take a moment to reflect on this holiday and the beauty of love itself. While it's true that this holiday often revolves around romantic love, which is undeniably beautiful, I want to remind you that there are numerous forms of love worth celebrating. Self-love, familial love, love for one's community, and platonic love. Personally, I believe I've discovered some of my soulmates within my circle of girlfriends. Each of these manifestations of love adds vibrancy to my life, filling it with joy, happiness, and hope. I consider myself incredibly fortunate to be surrounded by such amazing, beautiful love. Therefore, I extend warm wishes to everyone on this Love Day, regardless of the type of love you're celebrating. Love to you all. Mwah.
We don't hate women at all.
We don't hate women.
We just don't trust them. You can go anywhere to get the lies, but I know you came here to get the truth. Welcome to the Alphasphere. Welcome to the Alphasphere, the only place on the planet that's totally engulfed in positivity and totally submerged in alpha energy. I'm your host, Dr. BOA.
Never cheated, period. So there you go. You wanted your answer, so there you go. All right, so get back to your business. So there you go. You got your answer. You got your answer, right? All right, cool. I ain't said nothing. I ain't said nothing for 8 months, but I just answered you right there. So there it is. So that wasn't it. So you got something else to say? You got something else to say? All right, then. There it is.
Problems with women come when you trust them, when you have expectations of them to be something that they're not. When you think that you found the one that's going to be different, when you think that you're such a great man that you're gonna turn what guys refer to as female nature. For all intents and purposes, for the rest of this show, we'll call it female nature. But these guys, they feel like they're going to change female nature. They feel like they've been the one man who's done what could never be done before, and that's finding a woman who doesn't have female nature. It can be done. So those guys have problems because they have an expectation. Every man who has a problem with women has fallen in love with a woman before. Every man who's had a problem with women has trusted a woman before. Every man who has a problem with women has been hurt by a woman before. Well, how can you be hurt by a woman except you expect her not to do what she did? How can you be hurt by a woman cheating unless you expected her not to?
Perfect. Marriage is work.
And
marriage is work. I'm not here.
Go ahead, sorry.
I'm not going to be here everything is bro. Mm-hmm. You have to work hard, to stay married, and stay together. You know what I'm saying?
How can you be hurt by a woman lying unless you expected her not to? How can you be hurt by a woman's deception or a woman stealing from you or a woman doing any of these things unless you expected her not to? My question to you is, why did you expect her not to? Have you been asleep under a rock for the past 20 years? Have you not had any experience with women? Have you not known any men who had any experience with women? Have you not seen any men get taken down through there out in a relationship with women because they expected women to be different? We don't have that problem. That is 50% of this. I could end it right there. That's enough. We don't have an expectation for her to not do what she does. And we don't have an expectation for her to do what she's not going to do. It seems simple, but obviously it's not that simple. When you look at how guys are dealing with it out here and the things that guys are going through out here.
Was a success.
Yeah.
I look at it as like a curriculum when you're in college or high school, right? You're learning, you're growing, you're evolving, you're creating. And I was able to create with Corey some beautiful, amazing children. Yeah. And at the end of that curriculum, and at the end, there's a graduation, there's a celebration.
Another thing is this. We understand and accept our own nature. See, we don't focus on female nature. We focus on our own nature. Why don't we focus on female nature? Because her nature doesn't matter. When she's with me, I'm going to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Her nature has absolutely no effect on me. I don't have any expectations of her, and I'm going to do what I want to do. So how does her nature matter? I accept my nature. I accept that my nature tells me that I don't want to be in a monogamous relationship. I don't want to have just one woman. You know, I don't want to have I'd rather have none than have one. I don't want to have just one woman. It ain't for me. I don't like it. I don't like the concept of it. I don't like the prospects of it. It's not going to happen. Before I have one, I'll have none. And that's just the reality of it. I don't want that. I know that about myself. I also know that immediately following sex with a woman, I don't want her around me. I don't want her laying up under me. I don't want her cuddling up under me. I don't want her touching me. I don't want her talking to me. I really want her to put her clothes on and leave. But if she ain't going to put her clothes on and leave, she better be quiet and leave me alone. Or I'm going to snap and tell the child to shut up. I know me. You know what I'm saying? We accept our nature. And we live within its boundaries. And we don't compromise those boundaries just so we can, quote unquote, make a woman happy. Just so we can, quote unquote, get the woman. Just so we can, quote unquote, compromise whatever we have to compromise in order to make the woman feel like she belongs with us. I don't care if she feel like she belongs with me or not. As long as she coming through to bring me what I want and doing what I need her to do, who cares what she wants? We're not concerned with a woman's wants. Women want everything. If you're concerned with a woman want, boy, you'll be walking around with chicken like a chicken with your head cut off, running around every damn day. You know what I'm saying? You can never give a woman what she wants. She wants everything. You can never give her enough. There's no such thing as giving a woman enough. You can never give her enough.
Recovering from a divorce feels like a whirlwind journey. I found that through the process, divorce isn't a place where we arrive. It's entering a new chapter of life with many nuances and no one-size-fits-all handbook. One moment you're relieved, feeling like you've conquered something significant. Then suddenly, waves of emotions hit you all over again. It's a side of divorce that isn't often discussed, especially when there are kids involved. You strive to be a role model, teaching them resilience and self-care. You try different things to soothe and release emotional buildup with exercise, journaling your thoughts, meditation, and seeking therapy to cope with the breakup and the dreams you had for the future. It may sound cliche, but time truly does have a way of soothing pain. Someday, I believe I'll be able to look back on this time with nothing but warmth and gratitude for the beautiful children brought into my life and the stronger version of myself that emerged from the experience. For anyone who is going through this, I would love to hear your experience. Share your story because there's power in dialogue. As women, we take our power back by sharing our stories and bringing any deep shame we hold from this experience into the light. I love you guys. Tia.
You know, we have to keep in mind that we've mastered the art of getting the best out of a woman. That's the main problem that men have with women. They haven't mastered the art of getting the best out of a woman. You understand what I'm saying? You don't get problems from a woman when you master the art of getting the best out of her. You have to pull the best out of a woman. Women are prepared to give their best. Women are prepared to give just enough to get by. Women are prepared to give just enough for you to do what they want you to do. Give just enough for you to believe what they want you to believe. You got to be an expert at getting the best out of a woman. You got to know how to extract the best out of a woman. And alpha males have become experts at that. We don't have problems because she ain't got time to give us problems. She too busy giving us her best. You see what I'm saying? If you get a woman to focus on giving you her best, she don't have time to play games. Because let me tell you what happens when you give a woman your best. Now, this is free game right here that I should sell this, but you know, y'all my guys, man. So when you have a woman giving you the best that she has, she is less likely to mess that up because she is fully vested. Women only mess up things that they're not fully vested in. If a woman cheats on her husband, it's because she's not fully vested in the marriage. If a woman divorces her husband, it's because she's not fully vested in the marriage anymore. She may have been vested in the marriage for 20 years, but on the 21st year, she's not vested in the marriage anymore. Guess what? She bouncing. Ain't nothing you can do to stop her. Once a woman's not fully vested in something, she's out. A woman can only give effort to something that she's fully vested in. She can't manufacture any effort. That's why a lot of men be in situations with women, they can't get nothing out of the woman. You know what I'm saying? They don't get no loving, they don't get no cooking, they don't get no cleaning. You know, they don't get no affection, man. They don't get no appreciation. They don't get no reverence. They don't get no submission. They don't get nothing. All they get is competition. Why? because the woman is not into them and she's not going to put forth the effort. You can't suddenly make a woman put. It's the same thing with cold approaching a woman. When you cold approach a woman, she's not interested in you. You got to keep chasing her and whining and dining her and dating her and doing all that because she's not into you. She's not interested in you like that. You understand? So she's only going to put minimal effort in. She's going to put enough effort in. She's going to talk to you enough. She's going to respond to your text enough. And she's going to let you take her out enough to keep you on the hook.
What advice would you give to a woman who's struggling in a relationship and she's struggling in a relationship that she knows she needs to get out of?
Okay.
She doesn't know how. What words of encouragement could you potentially give to her?
Yeah. I think what I would say to her is, number one, focus on self-love, meaning really look deep into yourself and really get to know yourself, understand yourself. And a lot of that happens in some sort of isolation, whether that is the meditation, the journaling, and just spending time with yourself. And the reason why I say that is because many of times I feel like the reason why a lot of women don't have the courage to get out of
What advice would you give to a woman?
a toxic relationship is because they don't love themselves. They love that person more than they love themselves. When you love, truly, truly love yourself, you start to understand self-worth, self-value, and what it is that you deserve. And when you are so disconnected from yourself, it is very hard for you to look at yourself as if you're deserving of something better. But when you really go on this journey of true self-love, a toxic relationship is because they don't love themselves. And tapping into you and only you, you'll start to get the courage and the strength to do what it is that you need to do. So that would be my advice. Yeah.
Powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So many women ask me that question in my inbox.
So she can keep getting that validation of knowing that there's a man who wants her. And you may be an attractive man. There's an attractive man who wants her and she don't really want him, but he's chasing her. We are serious. As alpha men, we are serious about not giving women our validation. We are serious about not wasting our quote unquote non-sexual time. We're serious about that. And we're serious about being very meticulous about the women with whom we waste our sexual time. See, it's not enough to not give women your non-sexual time. You got to be very peculiar about the women you give your sexual time to. Every woman doesn't deserve sexual time. See, my thing is this. If I got to chase a woman, I don't want her. You know what I'm saying? I don't want if I got to chase her, my desire for her just wanes. I couldn't imagine myself having any desire for a woman that I have to chase. I just couldn't desire it. I couldn't imagine it. You know, I couldn't imagine that. A woman who lets me know she's not into me. I can't imagine it. If a woman ain't into me, hell, I ain't into her. I'm only into women that's into me. That's alpha. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason one whole problem, man. We don't try to force women to be into us. We don't try to turn women on that's turned off. You know what I'm saying? We are cool. We live a great life. We just go about our lives, man. And when we come across a woman, man, who is turned on by us, then we're turned on by her and we have an amazing experience. We have more amazing experiences with women than the average man has. That's just the bottom line. Than most men have. Even though those men may interact with more women, we have more amazing experiences with women. So if you interact with 1,000 women, and you say you interact with 1,000 women in a year, and you get 50. Okay, cool. Out of those 50, you may have amazing experiences with 10. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever have to cold approach a woman and I can have amazing experience with 10 women in a year. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about 10 women in a year. That's 12 months in a year, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I really, just any woman who showed me attraction confirmation, man, just capitalize on. Because this is the thing. If a 7 shows you attraction confirmation, she's going to be just as into you as the 9 is. When the 9 shows you attraction confirmation, she's going to be just as into you as the 7 is. You know what I'm saying? Attraction confirmation doesn't come from any type of set caveman type quality that we have where a woman just, there's certain things every woman likes, man. That's crazy. That's not certain things every woman like, man. Every woman have her own nuances. And when you get that group of women who all like the same thing, those women don't deserve an alpha male. Those women deserve, you know, a lesser man. You know what I'm saying? A woman who deserves an alpha male is a different type of woman. But we ain't gonna get into that. That has nothing to do with this topic, man. Alpha is about easy, fool. What man makes it hard for himself? See, that's the difference between us and them. You have a guy who comes in here and tries to shame us for doing things the easy way. Who the hell wants to go harder than they have to go? Women aren't worth going hard for. I like when a beta male comes in here and tries to voice something that he thinks is alpha when he sounds more beta than he ever could. You know what? Let's talk about that for a minute. When you think about that concept, where these guys say we should go the hard route. Why? For women? We already got to go the hard route for money. We got to go the hard route for health and wellness and fitness. We got to go the hard route for spirituality, living in this evil world. Man, how we gonna go hard for women? The only thing in this world that was given to us as a gift is woman. She's the only thing that was given to us as a gift. And what better way to know if a woman is a gift if she doesn't, you know, show you attraction confirmation? That woman's for you. Why would we go after a woman who doesn't like us? Nigga, that's like applying for a job that you're not qualified for. How you gonna go apply to be a college professor and you dropped out in high school? You know what I'm saying? That's the type of thing we talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, how you gonna apply to be a NFL coach and you never coached in high school, college, Pee Wee league, nothing, never played no football, nothing, man. You've been in the band your whole life. Now you're gonna go apply for an NFL head coaching job? Nah, bruh. We have to understand that a man who speaks like that probably got some job that he hates, you know, probably live at home with his mama, or, you know, doesn't have a great life. When you got a great life, bro, you will not dare take some time. You could be doing something wonderful in your life, man, to try to convince a woman to like you. That's the difference between us and them. That's how you have problems when you try to convince a woman to like you. Obviously, you don't have what it takes for that particular woman to like you. Okay, move on. There's another woman who likes exactly what you bring to the table. That's how we go. That's why we don't have these issues. Another thing is this, man. We have a healthy desire for women. A healthy desire for women. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I love women, bro. I'm talking about everything, the softness of their bodies, man, the curves, man. You know what I'm saying? I love to see a woman in a sweater, man, with her headlights on. You know what I'm saying? I love to see a woman in a sundress, man. You tell me, you name it, man. There's a lot of things. A t-shirt and panties, man. Woman don't even have to put on lingerie for me, man. Just t-shirt and panties, man. And don't come through with no boy shorts on, man. I just love women, man. I love them. I love everything about them, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially, man, when they take care of themselves, man. Them tenders, man. That aroma, man, that come out for them, man. Like, man, college chicks, man, are the best, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you. College chicks are the absolute best, man. They're absolute best. A college track star, a chick that run track in college is the absolute best. You can't get a better body than you can get from a chick that played track in college. Or a volleyball chick. Volleyball chicks have tight bodies too, man. They be tall, but they have tight bodies, man. So we have a healthy desire for women, but never a need. Never a need.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha.